Hi there, this next sample that I'm going to show you to make is the inverted pleat. So you might find this on the back of a skirt or the back of a jacket, and it's just formed, we're just going to make one pleat in the back. You could have a series of pleats in the back of the garment, or in fact all the way around a garment, but for the purpose of this sample we'll just do a single one. You'll need your pattern and a piece of fabric. So my bit of fabric's just slightly smaller than the pattern piece, which will be fine, and I'm just going to be marking the centre of the box pleats that I did previously. So usually the inverted pleat would be just a single one. You could have loads of them, but we're just going to do one. So I'm going to put the pattern piece so that's centred, and I'm going to pin that in place, matching the top of the pattern to the top of the fabric, and I'm going to put some snips to mark where those lines of the pleats are, so marking the solid line and solid lines either side and the broken line in the middle. Then I can take the pin out, and to form the inverted pleat, it's formed from the right side of the fabric. So although this fabric is the same both sides, we'll say that this is the right side of the fabric, and this is what would be that you would see. So I'm going to just pinch like we did when I made the box pleats, pinching there on that snip, bringing it over to the other snip like so. Put a pin in that. I put a pin on the other side here as well, just to keep it flat underneath, and then pinch the other snip on the other side and bring that towards the centre, so that those folds there match in the centre, so you don't have a gap, and the edge of the fabric, the top edge there, that raw edge, should all line up with the folds as well. So I can pop a pin there and another one there. So as with the other pleats, I'm now going to just put some machine stitching 1 centimetre in from the edge across the top there. That's just to hold it in place. This would probably go into another seam where you'd sew 1.5 centimetres in from the edge, so that's why I'm going to stitch just at 1 centimetre, so that stitching would be covered by my seam if I were to make a seam. I'm going to stitch 1 centimetre in from the edge, following this 10 line here, the centimetre line from the needle, and I'm going to stitch in pink so you can see the thread. So just going backwards and forwards at the beginning. You could sew on a long stitch or a regular stitch, it doesn't matter. This stitching would be hidden if you sewed another seam, as you would do if you were constructing a garment. So I only need to stitch as far as the width of the pleat. So now that's done, I can take the pins out, and that's my inverted pleat done. So I'm going to just pink around the edges of the fabric, and then it's ready to put in my file. So you may want to iron that pleat closed, or you can just iron it slightly at the top, or you can just leave it, and that's finished.